Previously on the Reckoning series. After coming off a disappointing 2012 season, Dynasty comes out strong in 2013, winning the first two tournaments of the year and proving that they're a force to be reckoned with. They are now the team to beat in the PSP, and every team in the league is gunning for them.
Hey, let's go, man! This is not over!
Step the fuck up or go the fuck home.
They came up to us, we lend out our hand. They spit in your face, this is your promised land. Hey, where did survival go? We saw them pack up their bags and watch the harder body go. We're all dead men here after all. We're all dead men, we're all dead. We're all dead men here after all. Got time to kill, got time to spare. We're all dead men here after all. We're all dead men here after all. Always here to lend a dying hand.
Let's work a lot on play development. We don't really have drawn up plays. We have some ideas, but let's put some stuff in concrete. So we'll go out and play a set.
Against excessive, they're a great team to practice against because they really do give you a lot of different looks. They're trying to figure things out, and they're a creative team, so when they want to push the snake hard, then that's the look they're going to give you, and they're not scared to go up the center, so we always have a good practice with them.
Glenn! No, I told him to switch though,
Yeah,
but
let's not. No, if we're going to snake on the break, we're fucking powering that way. Glenn's got to just fucking go here and hammer this guy.
Heads up.
The guy
Yeah,
jumped
let the guy move over there.
Now we're
We're
mirrored.
gonna
We
shoot
went to
him.
snake on the break, now they're in the snake one. What's the point?
We were trying to develop a variety of plays. We had a couple plays going up the middle, coming out to the snake side. What we were trying to figure out on that field is identifying what the other team's doing so we can make quick adjustments to what we want to do.
we gotta fucking be quick off the block and getting those first shots counting.
Yeah.
And we can't let them, if we get shot a couple times doing that, we can't fall back into a, I gotta get to my spot mode, because next thing you know, then they're standing over us and they're running all over us.
The big thing for us in practice is once we have a couple things to go off of, then we can start correcting or manipulating the game plan for what we want to do. So the drill side of the practice is actually more important for us than the scrimmage side of the practice, but it's kind of one of those things where you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, Glenn was like right here. I saw. Let it go ahead.
We've already won 2 events, and we're really stoked. You know, no wins are easy, especially with the competition now. It's not like, oh, we've got 2 wins in our pocket and we can just chill out now. There's another tournament coming up, and it's going to be embarrassing if we lose. And I think it's a really positive environment right now. You know, win, lose, or draw, we're in it together, and we're, you know, laughing and giggling and acting like assholes the whole time. So we came out, they were playing really well. They got up 3 points on us. I got a major, so we're down 3-0 with a major. And then that's when we decided to dig deep and play some paintball.
Dynasty! What? Let's go, boys! Hey, guys, hey, take this pause to realize why we're winning. Because we had to play long, because we had to play against the clock. Who's up right? Let's do that.
Hey, good job, Al.
We went down 3-0, but they kind of built themselves a cushion. So they played super hard to get up 3-0 on us, but I knew they would change the way they're playing. They would get comfortable. So all I had to do is get my guys really focusing on that next point and playing really hard into that point to change the momentum back to our side.
D1 Dynasty! Why? Let's go, baby! They're tired, man! Let's go!
X Factor is notorious for throwing games away. I remember actually they'd be up on every team and then just something happened, like they just got lackadaisical in their approach or their finish.
Hey, let's go! Seven!
Dalton, honestly,
Seven, let's go!
Let's go, Dynasty!
Being an experienced team like we are, I mean, you got to stay calm. You got to just keep on trucking because you never know what can happen in sports. To come back and to keep fighting says a lot about our team.
We were like all pumped up and ready to go out there and play. And then like this flash flood came in with like a lightning warning. And that actually is pretty dangerous considering everyone's walking around with a paintball gun, which is basically a lightning rod in your hand.
The storm was coming, which was us. It wasn't the weather. It was Dynasty was coming.
Oh yeah, we were running around filling up the field and stuff because we just wanted to play, man. Like the worst thing, and even like when we go to practice or whatever it is, I hate sitting around. Like I didn't come to the paintball field just to sit around. I think someone was like, you know, making little quips about it, like, oh great, Dynasty's ordering extra brownie points. We're like, yo man, go unscrew some of these bunkers so we can just play. Like, let's do this. They say Tiger Woods doesn't wreck his own sand traps, but yeah, Dynasty helps on the field.
Get wet, man. Get wet, baby. Whoa. Hey, listen, shit's gonna get crazy out there, all right? Keep your composure. We came out a little flat that last game, all right? This game is not gonna fucking happen.
Hey, man. Rain, sleet, snow, I don't give a fuck, man. Let's come fucking hard on every point, no matter what.
I absolutely never ever want to lose to the Ironmen. And it's scary playing a team like that every single tournament because I know a lot of those guys and they would love to beat our team. Just like I would love beating their team, but to play them every single tournament, it gets scary because you know that they're gonna have their day eventually.
In typical fashion in the Ironman game, we came out, played well, we went up 2-0, and then things got a little sloppy and it ended up being a back and forth battle. That's what I would expect and that's what usually happens.
DYNASD! Let's go, guys! Come on, man.
Come on, guys. Let me get one. Let me get one at least. If I don't get a chant back, that's all right. I'm still chant, you know what I mean?
There was a point where Spica was in the snake, Danny Park came down, bunkered Spica and lived, and then Oliver was on top of it, and he came in, took out Danny Park, and then I think traded out with Mouse. You know, something like that can really swing the momentum a little bit.
I believe Oliver just cleared a few guys out of the snake, gets shot. It leaves us to a 2-on-1 against Marcelo. There was a bit of miscommunication. I went all the way down the field. Glenn kind of took his eye off the ball for a second.
I had a little brain fart, definitely. I remember I was looking on the inside of the can, and my exact thought was, I should probably just check over the Derder side because Marcelo might try to make a move. And at that same point, he basically shot me. I just kind of reacted, and then like my last ball randomly just hit him. I kind of shifted the game a little bit. So that was, I think, my first major of the year.
Hey, let's go! Fight! Hey, Dynasty, time to fucking turn it up, let's go!
Mouse got his first opportunity to ever shoot me, so we took it up. He ran down and shot me. Good for him, you know, it's been about 10 years and 1 out of 1,000, that's not too bad on my part.
They had the lead 4-3, and then LJ ran down, kind of got a stupid major on his part, which kind of turned the momentum in our favor. And then after that, we kind of just started racking up points.
Bring it in, bring it in. This is an important part of the game plan. If we win this right now and we finish, we get to go watch the fucking zombie movie.
rain at least delayed the Ironman's fate for an hour, but you know, it didn't save them forever.
We were up 5-1, and I even gave guys speeches. I said, even this Vicious game, it was day 2. Around the 4th or 5th point, for some reason, we get penalties, so let's not get penalties. And I forget what we got a penalty for, but it was around point 4, and we had spoken about not getting penalties and working really hard not to get penalties, but we just couldn't avoid them. So that kind of gave them a little momentum bump, and then all of a sudden they kind of got back in the match.
I think they had just picked up Todd as a coach, and they're making a big mistake by not letting him play too. You know, he's probably gave those guys a bunch of confidence, and we won some points, lost some points. I think we got some bad penalties at the end, and they came back.
You never know what you're going to get, and the Vicious guys played up, and we may have had whatever you'd call it, a hiccup or something, where we kind of let them back in it. But at the end of the day, the pressure was on when the score got close, and we were able to hold them off.
We could have been in their heads a little bit. Obviously, when you lose a match like they had in Dallas, one part they're looking for blood and payback, and the other part there's in the back of their mind they're like, you know, Dynasty's playing really well. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to superior game plans and execution of those game plans. One thing that was working for them was Bobby would sit in the blind spot, Bobby and Damien, and they would try to shoot a lane and get an elimination. So what we did is the very first point we went out there and put it in their heads that they weren't going to be able to do that. So that really threw a wrench in their gears, and then they had to kind of start moving around from there, and then it certainly wasn't working for them.
Let's come out and have a match against these guys and show them that, you know, it wasn't a fluke against them last time. So we wanted to press our will on them. We had a pretty steady hand on controlling that entire match.
We had to play a couple points 3-on-5, and we ended up gaining a lead in that situation. But that's just kind of the way it goes. You know, our guys are good. We practice for situations like that, and we practice so that our guys will be mentally tough, and that's the kind of situation that proves it.
Damien's real squirrely. You got to keep your eyes on him. So I made a quick move and then found his head and shot him up a few times. So I just made sure that he wasn't trying to get away with anything. Just had to stop him.
Guys, listen, okay? There's no doubt in any of our minds. That's a powerful thing. Not a doubt, okay?
Hell yeah.
Rusty's gonna fucking lecture us about our penalties, okay? We deserve that, all right? But other than that, we won it, okay? We've accomplished one goal, okay? One fucking goal. Let's keep doing some work. Let's keep getting better, and let's win this fucking tournament.
Yeah,
Let's go! It's ours! We just can't give it up. It's ours.
That's
Believe
right,
that. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, team!
There we go.
They had this swagger, like they felt like they deserved to win every tournament. If they didn't win, it was a disappointment, but they never won. So, you know, it doesn't make much sense to me, but having that many good players, you think that you kind of have it in the bag already, but that's not the case. You know, you have to go out there and earn it.
We've been around him, and we've competed against him and played with him enough where it's like always going to be one of those things where I don't ever want to lose to those guys. That's the mentality of our veteran leadership for sure, and our young guys are just hungry, so they want to beat the shit out of everyone.
Hey, listen, hey, we start playing smarter. We start playing fucking smarter.
Let's go. Hey, we expected this. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it's what we do on the next point that matters most.
I cracked the matrix on them at that event. When I opened the playbook, it had their entire rotation of when they brought in a different rotation, it meant this, it meant that. So every move they made, I was kind of one step ahead of them in that match. It doesn't always happen like that, but I was just fortunate that I was able to pick apart the things I wanted through the scouting and through, you know, looking at data and Excel sheets and stuff. They were pretty confident in what they were doing, and they kept it the same. So we kind of started out how we wanted, and then we kind of knew what they were going to do every time they changed up their lines.
Oliver gets a major. I think it was just me and Glenn left in a 2-on-2. We just kind of played slowed and controlled and burned a lot of that time off till they knew they had to make something happen, and ended up trading out with Zach and left Glenn in a 1-on-1, and at that point Glenn just knew he had to wait.
I do remember looking up at the clock, and it was counting down on Oliver's major, and I waited until Oliver came out of the box. And my thought was, J-Rab's gonna shoot at Oliver coming out of the box. I'll run him down, at least trade with him, and hopefully Oliver will be alive. But it just worked out perfectly for me that J-Rab did look that way, and then I just caught him easily, and we ended up winning that point.
Fucking what's it, man?
That's a genius, boys!
Glenn, that was genius, dude. Way to go, man.
Glenn, that was some of the smartest shit I've ever seen in my life. Let's go, motherfuckers. Really good, Glenn. Good job.
Glenn was able to make that cool move, win the game. You know, that'll definitely deflate their sails for sure. Then Impact got up another couple points. You know, it was kind of a scary momentum switch.
This is how teams try and stay in with us, man.
Yeah.
Let's weather this out.
Bullshit, man. Win this point. Big point right here, all right?
Impact was coming down our Dorito side pretty hard. I was in the snake corner, and I saw Big Dave jump into the snake is when I just released. Because I knew that hopefully my speed versus his beastliness, I would beat him. And I really did. I beat him to the punch, got 2 balls on him, he got a penalty. That was kind of like the nail in the coffin for those guys.
Yeah, Dynasty!
Go, out of the way, motherfuckers! Come on! Let's go! Sorry, Ryan. Hey, good job, guys.
Yeah, short! Not away, Johnny! Not away, baby!
Yes! What's it, man? Let's go!
Close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes. And envision that skinny little number, okay? That skinny little number that means so much, all right? Okay? That's ours! That's ours! Take it in your hands! It's ours! All right? You keep fighting. We keep getting better. I shit you not. We are continuously getting better every fucking point. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3, 2.
DYNAFC! Why?
It's our protocol now. I mean, it's our 3rd tournament in a row. We're rolling through the season. We've lost 1 match in 3 tournaments.
We were just doing kind of what we knew best, you know, to take every game, 1 game at a time, work our way up, and I think we were just really focused.
I think we're a bunch of fun guys, and we always like to do jokes and just kind of funny things. So yeah, we'll throw water around. Just keep everybody in a happy, positive mood. You know, you don't want to be going out there and psyching yourself up too much.
Dude, let's make these fucking points fucking count. You grind, you stay alive, you don't do too much.
Grit!
Fucking put our fucking game faces
I don't
on.
care what the situation is. It's only 1 point at a time. We can't look too far ahead. We look at 1 point,
Stay in
the
the
next
moment.
squad looks at the next point, the next point, the next point. It doesn't matter if it goes good or bad. It's only what's in front of you that's gonna go.
Let's go!
Let's go! Hey, things like that are gonna happen. It's how we respond that matters most. Let's be intense and let's go.
We're down 1-0 at this point, and Fedorov's playing good. We've been watching him all tournament. He was in the snake. I got into the snake pretty quick, and we were still strong on the snake side, so I knew if I took out Fedorov, we'd have a massive advantage, even if it was a trade out. So I went ahead, got him out. I got shot as well. Sam died pretty quick after that, which left, I believe it was Sergey just by himself in a 3-on-1, which we were able to close out pretty easy and to tie the game up 1-1, which we really need.
We were tied with Houston Heat at 1 point apiece, and I go to put my barrel on the net, and the whole loader falls off. And I pick it up and Ryan's looking at me like, oh my God, dude, what is going on? And I'm like, it's all good. I stuff the front back on there. I'm running out to the corner with half my loader hanging on. I make it out to the corner and my loader flies off as soon as I dive. And now I'm looking at half my loader over there, and all I can think to do is just stuff a pod in the front of my gun. So that's called the podgy. You just stuff it right in there, and it works for a little bit, but I mean, it was not effective at all because they came up the middle, came up the snake, and I bet you these guys are laughing at me too because I know they see me with a whole pod in the front holding, and it was just not good for T-Harm on that one.
I'm running out to the God, and my barrel goes right into the mud. I believe my tank hits me in the chin, throws my mask off, and I'm like struggling. I can't see my mask anywhere, so at this point, I just take my beanie and pull it over my face, and I'm not even worried about getting shot at this point. I'm just like, damn it, I'm about to get pulled. And then they're like, I'm really sorry, but we have to pull you. And I'm like, I know. That was a really crucial point. I knew I needed to be alive.
We had a lot of weird things happen. Loaders fall off, Kyle's goggles fell off. It's possible the team got distracted a little bit by the pressure of no one ever winning 3 events in a row. Fedorov was playing on fire. He finds another gear against Dynasty and always manages to get double digits against us. Hey, Dynasty, we've been in situations.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's put our fucking game face on. Stop looking backwards. Putting your head down. Now's the opportunity. Let's fucking go out and play hard, man.
We want him here. Let's go. Hey,
yeah.
motherfuckers, I don't want to fucking give up. I want to keep fighting, all right?
Hey, now we
got to play more together.
They're going to button up now. They're going to button up. That's a good opportunity for us to go.
Just keep fucking fighting.
Hey, I believe in everyone here. We got to play hard. We got to play fucking tight. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Team! Team!
At any point in the match and there's still time on the clock, we're right there. You know, I love that situation, and we're gonna fight till the end every time.
I'm one of the few in the league, I think, that can jump shoot over cans, but it works really good because I draw their attention up, but it also allows me to drop down to a low position and gain control of the wire. I think I've made that move patented this year.
I ran down, bunkered Sam, and then got a shot on, I think, on Jacob Edwards, and he got a penalty, so we got one thing our way, and that's something like that can change the momentum of the match.
Fedorov jet into the snake, and I knew that in order to win that game that he had to get off the field. So almost out of desperation, I ran over and just pretty much just took him off the field. And then Oliver and Glenn, being the champs they are, finished it off and gave the team a little bit of hope with a little bit of time.
Hey, let's go, man. This is not over. This is ours. Take it. Want it. Believe it. Let's go.
I already knew that it was, you know, pretty slim ratio of chance that we're gonna win, but still have that passion to win. It's heartbreaking, man, because you put so much work in to get there, and when you fall a little short, it does hurt, but it's empowering as well. It's all how you choose to interpret the experience.
We did exactly what I said not to do. I said get out, live, be alive, wait out the storm, and we fucking just made moves. When earlier we were doing the tight shit, we were playing tight and we were waiting it out. We were them earlier. And then we just went right into a different mode. We started the match fast, we finished the match fast. We set the pace for ourselves. All they did was buy into what we were doing. He's right, they played like us. Still better. But overall, hey man,
that's fucking good tournament.
That's fucking 3 finals in a row.
Good, fucking good.
2 wins in a second, 3 finals in a row.
You fucking always have to work hard, man.
Right? Yeah.
Always got to work hard, always got to be on your shit.
Hell yeah.
All right?
Hey, guys. There's always room for improvement on this team. It still feels good to have my hand in this team. It's
not supposed to be easy, man.
And listen, hey, all I know is when you get punched in the mouth, you come back stronger. So I'm ready to fucking work hard and win more.
Fucking love you guys.
All right. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.
Listen up, guys.
Hey, I watched over like all of our videos from the last event. We played these guys. You can see here the score is 5-1. So it's not exactly how we finished that match. We finished 6-5. Does anyone remember why?
I'm fucking holding it down.
Penalties.
Lots of penalties. We went on like, we had to play with 3 guys at once, and they went on a run getting points.
It's refreshing to see somebody put that much care into their work, and it's even more refreshing to see a good response from the team. Rusty's able to get other points across also, other than just maps and metrics. He's able to put up a picture of one of us getting the shit shot out of us by a specific guy, remind us of a time that we had a horrible penalty that we shouldn't have gotten, you know? It's easy for people to focus in on it. Sometimes it helps to get a little reminder, and just a simple picture can remind you of that sometimes.
What is that?
Like a young Arnold. We gotta come with the same intensity and stay there. You know, other teams, I think this is a big thing, a point I want to make on this field especially. Teams are going to go through peaks and valleys. They're going to come and smash the team one point, and they're going to come and lose 2 guys on the break, and their emotions are going to go just up, down, all over the place. We're going to lose some points where we break out, and just sometimes we're going to take risks. But we still got to be here in the pit, back on to the next point. Every point's brand new. We gotta have that renewed, just constant intensity.
And a lot of I watched that game against Heat. I'm sure you guys all did. I mean, we're talking about giving them point after point after point. Like, we didn't try to win 1 point. We were trying to win a whole tournament series, and we were fucking treading in quicksand. If we went out to win just that 1 point, I guarantee you we would have won that 1 point, and then again and again and again, we would have won that tournament. But we were thinking so big. We don't think like that. Rusty believes in every single one of us, and we should never get down. We should never let anything, we should never let a loader get in our way. We should never let a fucking penalty get in our way, you know? Because you scratch it, whatever happens, and you go back out. It's paintball. I might get shot off the bat every fucking game tomorrow, but my other 4 guys are going to fucking handle it, you know? Make it happen.
Amen. Go get some rest, and then we'll set the plays.
Dig deep, fucking run fast, shoot fucking straight, and breathe. Let's go, let's go. D-Y-N-A-S-T! D-Y-S-T! Big fucking breath right.
Crushed them. You know, they gave us a tougher game than we expected in the last event in Chicago, so we didn't want to take them lightly or even pretend to take them lightly. So crushed them.
Playing the Ironman first point, you know, you want to make a statement, and we came out pretty strong. I think shot some guys off the break, and Mouse ended up being the last guy in the snake, and it's always good to bunker a great player and make a little statement for the beginning of the match.
It was pretty much just a massacre. We were just shooting them off the break and making all the right moves, and I think that kind of really deflated their sails.
Hey, 2 minutes! Play to win! Play to win! I know how the mentality goes when you're just like, oh, we just need 1 more point. We'll get it in the next one. We just need 1 more point. We had lost points, just kind of were lackadaisical because we're up. I want to make sure that we carry it through. The events that we won, the 2 events we won, we made it on to Sunday because of 1 point. So it's so cutthroat at this point.
Oh, they're hot. Ironmen are sizzling. They do not want to lose ever again to us, and they're probably sick of, you know, watching us win those games.
Hey, good job today, man. We really fun.
Hey, you know what? I think the difference is us just understanding that it's 1 point at a time.
1 point at a time. Yeah. All you can do is play the point. You can't play the match. No. You get up 3 or 4 and you start sitting, you're playing the match. No. You're no longer playing the point. We just gotta play the points.
We gave them a couple points back today because we started thinking about the match. Yeah, we gotta think about the points.
It's the points.
1, 2, 3.
Team!
Hey, do not come out fucking flat today, all right? Hell no! Big day today, all right? Yesterday was good. Today's gonna be even better. Keep shooting your guns. Keep fucking working as a unit. Nobody can stop us.
We knew that Heat, our next game, would be the game to win. We also knew that we had to beat the Russians in order to secure our spot. But you also got to remember that the Russians had a rough first few tournaments and that they have a lot to prove and kind of gain that respect back.
So Oliver made a move up the middle. He was in a locked-in gun battle with Kirill. They exchanged with each other. I think the one broke on Kirill, and Oliver sort of checked himself, and one of those. And it's an elbow pad shot, just for good measure, and he was good to go. And he proceeded to go finish out the point. They had a penalty. We had good field position, but I think Kevin Klum got down deep in the snake, and they had turned the field on us over there, but we were still okay. I think we had 4 guys. I knew that I shouldn't have picked a firefight with him right then, and I did. He shot me, and we still had advantage. I think it was still 3-on-2 at that point.
It's a 3-on-2 situation. It was something as simple as Ryan and I putting something together and either making it outside and contesting the guy in the snake, or just going and trading out with that guy, And then it's a 2-on-1 against Malloy, who's a great player, but I give us those odds every time. So what ended up happening was I think we tried to force Ryan out with not using good teamwork. And then I got shot quickly after that by Malloy, and then Dalton tried to make a move and bunkered Malloy, but they still had a guy left.
Joe, come on, it's all good. 1 point at a time. We're gonna do everything together.
DYNASD! What?
I think I got a couple G's and I was a little too excited. I was bunkering, I believe it was Malloy, last person left in the God, and I got a penalty for that, which was probably deserved.
Baby, let's go! Have some fucking fun! Have some fun, goddammit! Hey, play to win!
We had the 3-2 lead, and I think I got shot in the pack, and he gave me a penalty. But I looked over, and one of the Russian guys, it was racing for the box already. And I knew I needed to beat him to the box, or else my penalty was gonna carry over to the next point. I dove in, my barrel caught the PVC, and flipped my gun out. I was kind of embarrassed, but I just stood up real quick and started picking up my parts. I didn't even put the gun together, I just kind of put them in my hand and started walking off the field.
Just got a fresh boost of winning Chicago in the Challengers division. Now they're back in the Champions division. Of course they're going to be motivated, so they came out and had a good game.
Hey, let's go, goddammit! You're live! Get up! Have some fun!
Remember the old NBA Jam game when, as soon as you made a couple 3-pointers, the net heats up and then you basically can't miss as long as you push the A button and the ball goes in the air. They came out and miraculously shot both myself and Brandon out of the back center. Like, come on. Will that happen all the time? No. But, they just randomly pushed the A button and 2 balls came out of their gun and hit both of us at the back center. They're on fire.
Our last point against them, Oliver got overshot by far at the X. I remember him walking by with like 30 hits on his back, and Michael's running the flag laughing, so I'm just waiting to get blood.
Everyone was trying to win the game by themselves towards the end. And that's why guys got shot out, and then it's fucking these guys are on their heels, and it's going to be almost nearly impossible with them having high bodies and shooting heavy guns against us to turn those back. We can only turn games when it's slow.
That's right.
They had the guns, momentum, they got the bodies, and they kept the guns rolling and then just polished us off. So
we were winning a lot of the breakouts in the beginning. It was just, we lost a couple of those close ones. We got to fucking fight back, dude.
We got to keep shooting. We got to keep putting that pressure on. Let's bring more pain out if that's the case, because those guys shouldn't have been able to breathe. You guys were up in their ass, beating their ass, and we let them come back on it. We have to do everything we can do that point. That means shoot every single one of your paintballs, because it's that 1 point. That's the last point you're ever gonna play. Think of it like that.
Hey.
1 point.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's go!
Hey man, don't fucking be angry, man.
Come on, this is what grit is all about, man!
Hey, I've been waiting on this match.
Yeah, let's go, man.
I want to play fucking hard, and I want to every point, man.
Let's go! Team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team!
First point, playing against Heat. Obviously, it's, you know, we want redemption at this point. They beat us in the finals, and you go out the gate, everybody dies, happens, whatever, and you know, when you're that last guy, at that point you just try to do as much as you can. As that last guy, you're definitely gonna get shot a bunch, so it's never fun, but it's you know, it's part of the game.
It really was not about revenge at that point. It was more of a survival situation. I don't care who's at the other end of the field. We gotta knock these guys out so we can move on and obtain our ultimate goal of winning another tournament and trying to win the overall series.
You know, all season pretty much, Oliver's been doing a great job playing the center. I mean, he's one of the best intuitive players there is. Great field awareness, knows where the other team is weak, knows where we're strong, and he doesn't hesitate. So he'll tend to make the other team pay if they leave something open.
Fire it up, let's go, baby! Let's go, Danny! Hey, shoot that motherfucker, let's go!
We're up 3-1. I was like, finally, we're gonna smash these guys to the ground. I just had to stay alive, just burn the clock. We were up on points. You know, there's no reason for me to move. So I made a stupid move, and Fedorov caught me on the move, but he shot me like in between my legs. And so I kind of thought I would get away with it and then just kind of shimmy my legs together, you know? I never cheat, but it was between my legs, and I was thinking, oh, okay, no one's ever gonna see this. And sure enough, here comes a ref. He looks in, sees that thing. Oh my God, penalty. I felt horrible. I can't even describe how bad I felt.
Who shot you, Blake?
Blake, come on, man, stay in that corner, dude.
Snake.
Stay in that fucking corner. Blake, especially if you say, yeah, you know, yeah, yeah. Let's go.
Hey guys, hey, it's about us being alive and winning.
You're good, man. Hey, let's go, Dynasty! Time to fucking fight! Let's go! DYNAST! Fight!
It was one of those fields where we had a tough time figuring out like what would be the best place to go to try to burn this penalty off. You know, usually we can identify what it is within a couple penalty breakouts. We never really got to that point in practice where we could feel comfortable with 4 guys. And that was the first time all year that we had gotten a major penalty and really gotten punished for it.
Let's go, Dynasty.
Hey, 5 alive, Dynasty. Let's go win this point right now. Hey, their break is pretty much God, Cali, back center, Utah, and corner, and they're going to just sit.
They're gonna go to this corner. I'm gonna shoot them.
It was a back and forth match, and I think that they might have got away with a few things that game. Kind of like one of those things where you need those inches to win, and sometimes they go your way and sometimes they don't.
Crowd was crazy. Definitely felt like a finals match. Everyone dug deep and some killer instincts came out. If you liked watching good paintball, that was probably one of the matches to watch because it was an all-out battle.
Oliver was playing the tower, and I was in the corner, I believe, and they made a really good move to bunker Oliver out. And Oliver should have been watching the guy that bunkered him, because I had control of my side of the field. We had 2 people doing the same job, essentially. That type of thing should never happen.
It's tied 6-6, Chad's in the box, and we had good field advantage. I believe I was in the God, and we had someone out on the Dorito side. So at this point, I think I knew Chad was just coming out of the box, and I tried to make a move over to the snake instead of wrapping, trying to shoot Mishka and then going, and he picked me up.
Dalton ended up shooting Fedorov and then got shot. It came down to a one-on-one with Glenn, and Chad had came out of the box.
At that point, all you hear from the sideline is like, one-on-ones. Awesome, I'm okay with one-on-ones. Take a look at the clock. Still a lot of time. I feel like both of us, we're not gonna do anything to risk losing the game, so you're not gonna go run around and just try to bunker the guy, because it's tied. So my thought process was look at the clock, wait about till 30 seconds, and then try to make a move to win the game. Because I felt that I'll take our team 5-on-5 any day of the week against any team. So for me to go out there and try to force something and lose wasn't the best route for me to do.
Let's go, pick up!
We lose 1 or 2 off the break. And at this point, they got into the snake. It's me and Oliver right there. I'm in the Aztec, and he's in the back center. Ronnie's in the 50 snake. Oliver picks him up, and we're both just having a conversation. Just stay alive, just stay alive. We didn't realize that if we just tied this match, that we were out of the tournament.
I think we kind of knew, but we didn't really know. It wasn't like in the 5 guys' head that we got to win this thing. Like if it goes a tie, like we're out.
I think a tie for us is good.
Yeah, tie for us is better.
Our differential is better than
good. We have a 7. Dude, we're 7-1.
We lost that game by a lot.
Yeah, it was 7-3, 7-1.
Yeah, but they beat the crap out of everything.
Well, either way. At this point, we need a tie.
So wait, is there one-on-ones or no? No. All right, so now it just comes down to differentials then.
We have a 7-1.
7-3, 3-7, so we're at +6.
Minus, we have +6.
+6.
What do they do?
I don't know. That's not a bad differential.
They had a 7-1, I think, against
Okay, that's fine. Well, we only need to have 2 of us make it out. So. Oh, wait, fuck.
Russian right.
Whatever, there's nothing we can do. Hey, one-on-ones, right? What? Prelims. What? Sorry, guys, come on.
One-on-ones in the prelims.
No prelims. Hey, you guys hold it off. So we go on. We don't know yet. It goes down differential.
I guess we really didn't realize, it was the prelims and there's not an overtime, because we thought we were going to go to a one-on-one shootout, which would have been exciting. And they knew they were up marginally and they didn't have to do anything.
To be so close, just to make it a Sunday, and then not even make it a Sunday. Definitely the shittiest feeling you could probably, it's deflating. It's like a good gut punch.
No pictures, please.
Yeah, Tyler, tell us the story.
Tell us a story.
All right, so I started playing paintball when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, and I came up through the ranks and fucking looked up to all you guys, and now I'm on the same team with all you, and now we're about to fucking win World Cup.
All right.
What's good?
We started off this year by playing this really solid style of paintball, which was really being alive and not trying to do too much. And the value of us being alive was worth way more than anything.
That's
because,
absolutely right.
Because,
I don't
work here. Because
I remember
Me too, dude.
those first couple tournaments when I would get put in or I would start engaging in a firefight. I remember thinking to myself, I'm just gonna fucking tuck in, I'll stay alive.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, somebody else on my squad picked up the slack. Whether I had 4 guys alive or 2 guys alive or 1 guy alive, the other guy picked up the slack, dude. That's where we need to be again. I mean, we gotta trust in each other. That's something that a team is always working on, but every once in a while, someone has to step up and say, we're not doing this right, and if we want to win World Cup, then this is something that we're going to have to work on.
I'd like for everyone to take the plays that are in the book, decide which play you're going to execute, and everyone needs to look at the map so that everyone executes the play. And then I'm going to figure out from each of you, you're going to tell me, hey, we're going to run this, I'll go to the other, and they're going to run this, and then I can see what matches up. And after we do a set, then let's go, hey, this didn't work, that didn't work, and let's figure out the plans. But let's not deviate before we even try them. let's just execute these plans and then make them better.
It gives me a chance to experiment because I can make one side do something and I know what they're going to do. I can go to the other side and give them a list of plays that I want them to do in a certain order so that I can see specific components of those plays, how to stop them, how they're going to work, where the weak points are. So that was the one benefit about practicing ourselves is I was able to experiment and kind of control.
I saw short, yes, and then I saw Oliver standing dead.
Okay, see, I was looking for Oliver. I couldn't find Oliver.
You know, it's scary. When I'm playing against Oliver or when I'm playing against Blake running down those Doritos or you know, Spica and the Snake, like when you're worried about your own team shooting you, then that's a pretty good thing to be worried about. So I think it's a pretty good confidence booster. However, it does limit your looks and your advantages on the field. You're running low on game plan ideas if everybody's sharing their game plans at the end of the day.
Ha! Good job.
Good, dude. Good great job.
Before World Cup, everyone wants to get that practice in. Everyone usually comes out a little bit early and plays at that field in Lakeland and, you know, get acclimatized, get the blood flowing, and everyone be ready for the World Cup.
Fuck, man. This guy stay fucking alive.
Yeah, I know. It's 3-on-2.
We went and had practice against Impact, and it was kind of mixed results. And I thought I was going to be able to clear out one of their guys in the center, and I didn't even get close. As soon as I rounded the X, there was like 3 guys shooting me in the face. My shit went blank so fast that I couldn't even see who was shooting me. But I felt like it just kept going. It was like, fucker, it's just practice. But yeah, I definitely lost my cool. It's always tough for me to say that those Thursday practices are really productive as far as formulating a game plan. I feel like it's just kind of like helps to get your gear dirty before you go out and play on Friday.
Coming in and playing the Russians was kind of, you know, some sweet revenge. They took us out. They were pretty much the main reason why we didn't do well in Riverside. So we definitely had some pent-up aggression that we laid out there.
Yeah, that's them. That's the match. Okay. Yeah, that's the game.
Okay. Go out there and do this shit together, all right? Just like that last game, we know the formula. Now let's go out there and fucking make this shit happen. All right? DYNASD! DYNASD! World Cup, let's go. 1, 2, 3, team!
When I found out that we were playing the Ironman for the 5th time, I was pretty worried. I was like, man, this is their one opportunity that they're gonna come out and give it everything they have, because 5 in a row, that's a pretty tough pill to swallow for any team, especially the Ironmen.
So they were kind of up in the point. I think it was a 4-on-2, and then Dalton and both Alex evened the game back out to a 2-on-2. And then the point just went long and slow and not a lot going on. And then Dalton ended up getting picked off by the Snake guy. And then that left Alex went and traded with the Snake guy. And that left them with A-Rod left to hang the flag.
Generally, when the Ironmen get up on points, their inexperienced guys will make mistakes, and we were hoping that was going to happen once they were up a couple points on us, and it didn't.
I remember being behind Blake, and I was like, hey, Blake, you know, the time's coming down. I was like, we got to try something because it's a long point. I was like, we got to do something. And I was like, just force it. We're either going to win or lose.
We're struggling against the Ironmen, and I was in the 50 Dorito. I got a shot on Humphreys, which allowed me to now stand up in my bunker, and I came on the inside, and then he went in for a second, so I just decided to go. On my first step out, I shot Marcelo in the hopper, but then he kept shooting me, and he was shooting me as I was running to go bunker A-Rod, which I would have got clean, but I didn't want another penalty, so I stopped shooting.
I thought that Blake, when he went, had shot Marcelo or A-Rod, whoever it was. So I didn't really think much of it. And I kind of brain fart. I kind of didn't think Paxton could see me across the field. He had a stream on me, and I did feel it hit me. So I kind of just stopped. And then, but at that same time, the ref was there. So I was like, I looked at the ref, and the ref's staring at me. So I'm like, okay, well, it obviously didn't break or anything because the ref's staring at me. So I was like, okay, no problem. And then the ref comes and like, oh, you're hit. I'm like, okay, but you were watching me the whole time. Like, I mean, I stopped and I looked at you. He's like, red flag. I was like, oh gosh, here it goes again. So another red flag for me.
The situation with Blake and Glenn and Marcelo and penalties flying, I mean, that's just typical of a Dynasty Ironman game. But it certainly doesn't help when you're already down points.
They inflicted the first penalty, then we ended up getting a penalty after. So we ended up 4-on-4.
It's one of those matches where it's like momentum shift not in your favor, momentum not in your favor, momentum not in your favor, you know? It's a tough situation.
They were up on us 3-0. I'm kind of peeking my head out all sorts of ways, trying to find anything I can. And here comes big old Pax, just monster trucking through the field. I felt like I got a few shots on him. I felt like he got a few extra steps. At that point, I kind of, the game was kind of over, but afterwards we shared a good laugh because I told him how I shot him way earlier, and of course he denied it.
And we were fired up because we wanted to keep giving them a lashing, but they were fired up because they had been beaten down for the entire year, you know? And I mean, it's gonna get to a person eventually.
They played our game and they did it better than us, okay? They did it better, they didn't do anything fucking fantastic, and we didn't come back from it. At the end of the day, man, we came out there and we didn't fucking win. This is a wake-up call.
We just gotta straighten out our heads from what just happened, and we go back tonight and we work that shit out. And we fucking hit the reset button, win 2 matches tomorrow.
Go, man. Go. We have to play like if we don't win the next fucking point, we're gonna be knocked out of the tournament.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
It sucks we lost, but maybe this is what we need, man.
Like
Shows
I said,
our mistakes now. We fucking fix them.
If you have to skip breakfast to be hungry when you get to the field, skip breakfast. Just have a hunger and a desire to I want to gut some of these teams and roll into Sunday like this, mauling these people. And god damn, man, I want to fucking beat Heat.
Fuck yeah.
So I like that we draw them. I don't even want to beat them, I want to knock them out. And 187, we owe them from last year for messing up our market.
Dude, everybody's getting it. We owe everybody.
Has good
We're all
reason
getting it.
for you to be motivated.
Can we just all, for God's sake, promise each other that we're all gonna leave everything out there? Because otherwise, it's a fucking complete disgrace, dude. And I can't handle that. So can we please get our heads out of our ass tonight, get a good night's sleep, and fucking win tomorrow?
Let's go, man. Yeah, let's do this.
No one looks back in 5 years and says, hey, you shot 5 guys in your second game at the tournament. No, they look back and go, yeah, you won the tournament. The only stat is finishing and getting to where you want to be.
Fuck stats. Let's get a W. Let's fucking win this shit.
That's all that matters.
Lead, man. Fight.
Hey, let's get a good sleep. Let's wake up hungry.
Let's go.
Let's get to the field and we'll do work.
I'm gonna go purge myself so I'm extra hungry in the morning.
I think all you guys should please yourselves, but don't finish. That way you're not satisfied.
That's rev. You gotta
rev it up. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Grit.
Red.
We need to not overlook these guys. We need to beat these guys, and we need to get the points we want to get. Because the year before, they stole a little bit of our marginal points, and we went out by 1 point.
I was in the snake. I remember playing. We had a comfortable lead, but we were down on bodies in the point. And the guy came out and shot me down the tape in the snake. He hit me in my elbow pad, and I It felt soft, so I like kind of looked at it, but I didn't see anything. And I just kind of stayed there, posted up. I didn't shoot or anything. Then the ref came over and called a major on me.
I shot the guy in his arm. Hey, on his elbow! On his elbow! I shot him on his elbow, huh? Yeah, no point. Hey, Major! Thank you, baby, let's go! Yes!
Luckily, on that point swing when they were about to kind of gain traction and gain momentum, they had a dirty hang and a penalty, and then we were able to exploit that.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Hey, this is what we fucking do all this shit for right now, this fucking moment. Hey, embrace that shit. Fun. Feel it. This is what is fun! This is why we do this shit! You wanna be the fucking best? It's fucking time to shine! Right now! All year! Leave it the fuck out! Let's go! DYNASD! DYNASD! Hey, motherfuckers! I need you! You need me! Let's go! 1, 2, 3, 2!
Hey, first 5, come on up.
We thought prior to the whole Ironman game and prior to even the first match of the event, it was going to be us and Heat moving on from our bracket, and we were both going to be at 3-0, seeing who's going to go in first seed. And that's kind of what we were all talking about. Not to say we discounted any of the other teams, but proving our track record, we're planning on going to this a lot stronger game than we had.
So we lost the first point, going to the second point. I'm alone. You know, if my team doesn't sound the buzzer, then they want me to fight the point. So I'm trying to fight the point. And I guess what happened was Fedorov stood out and shot, like nicked one of my pods. But I didn't know that. You know, I could hear his gun shooting and it was close. So I instantly came around the bunker to try and catch him off guard, and then Monville caught me. So I was just taking paint from every which way. So when I finally came out of my little fetus, I look up and there's a penalty on me. You know, there's nobody else.
Hey, it was just a pack, though. It was a pack. It was the top of the pod only.
Hey, we need to blow the horn.
Hey, let's go. It's time to fucking step up. Let's go. This is the test.
Hey, do not get comfortable, man. Hey, wipe your inner leg off, man. You got a huge hit on it.
So you're starting the next point with a fresh major against, you know, the 3 Russians and 2 other guys that are competent, and they pretty much ran up the score on that penalty.
Hey, let's go, Dynasty. Come on. Hey, guys, we gotta really turn it up. Let's go.
They shot Dalton every time that he played, so that allowed Fedorov to make it out to the Dorito side uncontested, so he had the whole Dorito taped to himself. So we'd be playing one body down pretty much every time, and then when we had the penalty on top of that, was specifically practiced against ourselves, a penalty play over and over and over again. It was ingrained into our heads, and we couldn't execute it to save our lives.
Plenty of time, though. 15 minutes. Let's go.
Fucking dig deep. Grit. This is what grit's all about, man.
Yeah, let's go, huh? Come on.
So it was 4-0. We just came off a penalty. I took a big bite, possibly make a move that can really get the team going. Fedorov threw, you know, a little volley of paint, nicked my shoe. Honestly, I knew I got shot, but at that point, it was kind of, that was our season, so got caught with my hand in the cookie jar.
We both filled at the same time because I thought your gun was down, so I started running to the snake around you, and the fucking Toby shot me. But you gotta give me some, you gotta communicate. I'm short. Hey, get ready to go in the box. You need to get in the box, dude. 30 seconds. Where's my gun?
Brandon got the penalty, but that was the only penalty he had gotten the entire year. And we were winning that point when we got that major. So we gave away some opportunities there. And then after that, I don't think we ever played with 5 the rest of the match.
Hey, it's time for a fucking comeback. Can we play with 5? Let's go.
Yosh, come on, Ryan, let's go.
Definitely not thinking it was going to be just utter domination. of them just shooting us everywhere we go and not being able to take anything from them. We were all just, at this point, dumbfounded, you know?
I was pretty heartbroken. I couldn't believe it. I just kept on saying to myself, wow, you know, 1 point, and it just wasn't going our way. Obviously, 7-0 is pretty bad. It is what it is. Learn from it.
It could have been our stuff. We could have blew the buzzer too. So
We better really fucking learn from this. Everybody knows what's going on. Let's put our hands in the fucking middle and come back stronger. Learn, man. Ready? Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team!
It was like a huge slap in the face, you know. We've had such a great year, and it was really shocking for us, you know. Just knowing that you really, really have to keep working harder and keep taking it to the next level, because any team out there is ready to beat you and ready to take your spot.
We didn't finish the year off the way we wanted to, but what we did do is we found the right mix of guys, and it's rejuvenating for a guy like me who's played paintball for going on 18 years now, to be around guys that have energy when they come to practice and everyone gets along, and you've got a coach that you respect and everybody on the team respects him. I mean, that's a special feeling, and that's what I got out of the year. It was like the results of the tournaments, luckily, were pretty good too. But the big thing for me was the compilation of our players and our coach that we got together. We couldn't have asked for a better result than that.
In this league, not everyone cares about the series, but these are hard as hell to win. Not a bad year for first year coaching Dynasty.
It's kind of a coach's trophy. It meant that the entire year, the effort, the practices, everything we did, we were the best team of the year. So for me, you know, that's why I put the extra effort.
We won the World Championship. That was the most amazing feeling ever. And even at this moment right now, we're still the world champions. And we're not going anywhere. You know, we're here ready to fight for the title. And you know, we're gonna bring it all year long.
Season has been expensive.
I'm Bruno, and I think the team did great. I think the team's gonna win everything.
Ryan, cover me!
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Get him out of his foot! Get him out!
Oh, man. Ooh, mustache. Mustard. That's a mustard right here.
They're pretty good, except short socks.
We ended up winning, I think, 7-5, maybe 7-4, 7-3. Okay, maybe not.
Oh man, that one's thick.
I don't even smell it.
It's just like hooked around the corner or something.
I need to get out of here though, because there's a seismic event coming.